Hey guys, it's Alexis, the Kawaii Thug here, back on popular demand, and welcome to my super secret online diary where I want to tell you guys about my warehouse jobs. First off, let me talk about the environments of a warehouse job. There are very much assembly lines. First off, let me tell you guys what they're like, and this is generally for each and every one, it's been the same. Assembly lines are still very much a thing. Even if you work in a very high-tech place, introduce this thing where they show like a bunch of automated workspace in their packaging stuff, and that's not so true in all of their warehouses. There's an assembly line, a very real assembly line with very real people working that assembly line. There might be some fancy schmancy equipment that is from the early 80s, 90s, maybe 2000s if you got really lucky. They're very fast paced. If you up one thing, you pick up everything. And that is just the end all be all of what the assembly line process looks like. And another thing about the warehouse environment is any space is good space. So they give you these little tiny boxed rooms of, I don't know, maybe my bedroom space to eat in, and everyone's expected to normally share that space. Luckily, in some places they do try and give you a little more space, but that also means there's a lot more people. So you see what I mean? Like, the graph that I'm going to show here is the amount of people versus the amount of space there has, and you're going to see a very weird trend here. It never grows. Let's talk about the people you work with, right? I love working with people. I'm a very social being, as much as it doesn't seem like it at times.
Like when you first step into these jobs, like you don't realize like what you're really signing up for if you've never worked one before. They're pretty relaxed and they're pretty lean back. I mean, you have like two types of the spectrum all the time. You have the people who are like literally dedicated, and then you have the people who literally could care less.
The night shift is filled with the most hardworking people you could have ever met in your life. Like, I worked harder out of the respect for my elderly neighbors or coworkers that were working even harder than I was. The one thing I really do need to note here is you don't understand the power of a mob until you're a part of one. And I'm not saying the person on the receiving end that's being yelled at. I'm talking about me and my friends who are ready to kick ass, and they're not going to be upset at me for punching them
because I'm trying to get to you. They're going to be mad at you because you're making me go through them to get to you. It's a mess of logic.
And I also wanted to tell some really funny stories that I have from working at warehouses. They're not all bad. They're not definitely good to be in. It's a very hot and sweaty environment, and anyone who thinks automation is going to take that job. One child has asked me,
how is it like working at? It must be so futuristic.
What is cheaper than robotic repairs? Human labor. So this is my thing. It never ceases to amaze me. I was so tired while working at one place. I was napping before work. I was going to work with pumping up songs. Like, I had to be in a good mood to get ready to haul. And then I also had to chug a Red Bull because I was so exhausted from the rest of my day. And then to come to a very manual labor intensive position, whether it's the position of you checking formulas or it's the position of you running through placing boxes, you're just on your feet the whole time. Okay, I've already done retail, but this is a whole next level. I used to complain about folding clothes for 12-hour shifts. Just standing there, with unreasonable measures, it's just a lot of work. So this is the best part, right? I have a few stories that I would like to tell you all today. Basically, there was one time I was doing calculus, my homework.
As a good student would on their only lunch break, right?
So I was sitting there doing my homework, right? And this guy, I was just like, oh, like he came to say hi, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, so you're doing calculus? Oh, yeah, I am doing calculus. Do you know how to do this? This is like, I might need some help. Oh, no, I'm talking about the Egyptian letters on your paper. Do you think these are hieroglyphics? What-ies?
Anyways, that person's a saint. That's all I gotta say about that.
I am not worried about a single thing in the world. All I want to do is drink my Rockstar and have my salad, okay? What ends up happening is there is a man and his wife, sitting together, having their wonderful lunch. He was making a sandwich with bimbo bread, if you know what that is, and then he had 3 condiments: mayonnaise, cheese spread, and sour cream. And to save money, they brought all the jars here, and you never know how many sandwiches you want on these types of breaks. So he whips out his 2 liters of Diet Coke, looks me dead in the eye, and tells me I might die from that, and points directly at my rock star. So basically, I hope you guys enjoyed the little tales. I have a bunch of these coming because I've worked so many jobs and I've had such a fulfilling life in the working class. Eventually, I really do want to own my own company. I've already tried one. It was wonderful. It didn't exactly fail. I just couldn't support it any longer. These videos aren't just for you, they're also for me, for memory keepsakes, as to one day I think I will probably forget a lot of what has happened in my life. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you guys enjoyed these little tidbits of what I learned doing these warehouse jobs, and I hope you guys have a good night. I love you all, and don't forget, it's simply a social experiment. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!